Hi YouTube. So this is my first time using the camera sideways and it's driving me nuts because when I'm looking at the screen, it looks like I'm looking off this way and oh my gosh, it's driving me so crazy. But I've been told that it really bothers people whenever your screen is really small and long, up and down. So I'm trying to do this, this way because apparently this is the way that people like. And I've been noticing that I haven't been doing very well with subscribers. I only got 11 subscribers in the month of January, so I was like, yikes. I need to change something because what I'm doing is just not working. I'm just pinning my hair out of the way real quick. I'm just doing my, this is a get ready with me, and this is my typical everyday look. This is just my simple, easy, when I go out and do errands, not trying to do anything like super fun or anything like that. The only thing that I've done so far is I've put on primer. It's called Baby Skin by Maybelline. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. It does not react well with concealer, I've noticed. So yeah, I don't recommend that. I'm really looking forward to my February Boxycharm because we are all getting a new primer. It's called No Problem and it is by Touch in Soul. I'm really excited for that. Okay, so the first thing I do after I prime is I put on some concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape and I accidentally got the wrong shade because I'm actually medium sand and I got light sand. So it does make me look pretty pale, but that's okay. I just warm it up with some bronzer until I run out of this. But honestly, I wouldn't even waste your money on this because I think like my favorite concealer is the Full Coverage Infallible it's called Infallible Full Coverage. I think it actually is called Foundation by L'Oreal. I'll put it down in the description box after I check. I wouldn't waste your money on this as much as I love Tarte. That's definitely a nice dupe. So, and it's like way less expensive. So I put a little bit of that on. I don't use a sponge or what are they called? Like brushes or anything like that. I think that it's just much easier to blend in using your fingers, probably because of the warmth and the softness. I don't know. But I just can't get used to it. I've tried using brushes and sponges and it felt so unnatural. So the reason I do concealer personally is because I have freckles and I'm very self-conscious about them. Nobody else in my family has freckles, so it's like, I don't know, I just always felt like such a curse. Like, and people always point them out for some reason, like, oh my gosh, you have freckles? Like, I didn't know she had freckles. And I don't know, it just seems like people make a big deal out of it, and I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit like a freak. I don't like it at all. I don't think that they're attractive. So I always put on concealer in the areas where they are the most concentrated. And I try not to like cake this stuff on because I don't want to look dirty or just gross, so I try not to cake it on. Before I start my makeup, I always put out either a wet wipe or I just wet a washcloth and to like wipe my hands on and everything. I like to keep my makeup nice and clean. So the next thing I do, which I don't always use bronzer, but since I'm using the only concealer I have is too light for my skin color, then I warm it up a little bit. So I just use this big brush that I got from from Boxycharm, and it's called Aesthetica is the name of the company. And I'm using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I love this stuff. I highly recommend it. It's very inexpensive and it's better than like the expensive Lorac bronzer that I've used. Honestly, I really don't. There hasn't been many times that like expensive makeup has ever made me think, oh yeah, that's totally worth it. That should definitely cost more than the same exact thing at the drugstore. I mean, the drugstore makeup is usually always just as good. So another thing that, I'm going to tell you guys about Boxycharm spoilers for February. I already told you about the No Problem. God, that is so hard to say, that we're all getting. And that's by Touch in Soul. Another item that we're all getting is the Better Than Sex mascara. I mean, it's a good mascara. It's really good. But I mean, I wouldn't call it Better Than Sex. I kind of feel bad for people who think that. But, another thing that I like to do is I take my Luxie, I don't even know, what is this called? A Pro Precision Face Brush. It's a number 680 by Luxie. And I put that in my bronzer and I carve out my cheekbones because, I don't know, it just seems like people make a big deal out of it. And I don't to just give some shape to my face. Like, it can look a little soft since I started having kids and not having so much time for myself to work out. And I mean, let's be real here, I don't eat the way that I probably should. So I need a little help carving out my cheekbones. So yeah, I just basically make a line and then I just smooth it out so that it's not too harsh. I just go right under where I feel my bone. I don't ever go up higher than my cheekbone. I just brush down, 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 down. So already that makes me appear thinner. Then another thing I do is I go straight down from the insides of my eyebrows straight down on both sides of my nose. So straight from the eyebrow, straight down. And I go underneath too, because I have a little bit of a bulbous nose. So I try, like, I really wish I had a sharper nose. So I try to like kind of shade that down there at the bottom a little bit so I don't look so much like Squidward, you know? So I do that. And then also I'm wearing a high cut shirt, but if I wear a lower cut shirt, I always do it underneath my collarbones as well. And then, okay, so yeah, so those are the 2 items that we're all getting in our February Boxycharm. And then the other 3 are possible variations. So we're all getting something by Pretty Vulgar. We either get a bronzer. There's 2 different shades of bronzer, and those both look pretty. And then there's 3 different shades of highlighter. And honestly, I don't really like the highlighters that they showed, so I'm hoping I get one of the bronzers. Oh, by the way, what I'm using right now is the Wanderous palette. I use this for highlight and blush. I use City Lights right here for my highlight, and I use this one, Havana Nights, for my blush. So I like to dip my finger in to do my nose. And I don't do the edge. I don't do the tip of my nose like most people do because, like I said, I have a bulbous nose. And I don't want to make that look like it sticks out even further. So I just do it on just the bridge. And I also take my finger and do it on my Cupid's bow. Already you can see like it just makes your lips look plumper. And I really want to get lip fillers done maybe next year. Couldn't afford to do it this year, but I'd like to get that done because I think my lips would look so much better if because they look a little sunken in and I don't like that. So yeah, so I do that on the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. Whenever I have a lower cut shirt on, then I also do it along my collarbones. That also helps you look thinner. And I start here on my bones and I make like a C around my eyebrows. That also helps you look thinner. And then I do blush. Oh, and by the way, the brush I used for that was a Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush. I just use my brushes for however I like them to be used. This one's a 522 Tapered Highlighter by Luxie. I'm using it for blush. And I start from like where I feel it's starting to get hard and I just like tap it back, tap. I've always been so afraid of overdoing blush. And I think the reason why is because, you know, I was a dancer my whole life. So it's like, every time I saw people wearing blush, it was like stage makeup blush. And I just always thought it looked so freaking frightening. So I'm always so afraid of overdoing it. And I think I just did while I was talking to you guys. Because this honestly is not a great blush brush. I need to go through my collection and see if I can find one that I like better. But this is what I've had in my my bag since I got my December Boxy Lux. These came in my December Boxy Lux, so I've been trying to get more use out of those than anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my Wanderous palette away. And then the next thing that I do is eyeshadow. So for my go-to palette is the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. We got this in our November Boxycharm. Love the packaging so much. And then inside, this is what it looks like. And I always start with cinnamon right here. I get a fluffy blender brush. This one is called BMX 430 Crease Brush, and this is by Royal and Langnickel. This is one of my favorite brushes that I have. They have great brushes. So I dip it in my cinnamon. I tap it here on the side, the edge of my eye here, and I just like go back and forth. I really don't move my wrist much. It's mostly just my fingers kind of going back and forth, And see, it's like basically contoured my eye to make it give it more dimension. It's crazy like how much of a difference that makes. Even if I'm not gonna do all my eyeshadow, if I'm just doing a simple, super like even if I'm going naked face, I contour my eye. I guess that's the word that you would use for it. I basically contour my eye. I put this in here, just blow it out. And if anybody's watching this and thinking, lady, you have no idea what you're doing, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely comfortable with the fact that I am not perfect, nowhere near it, and I do things the way that they work for me. And you know, maybe one day I'll look back on this video and be like, oh my god, that is so embarrassing. But you know, I've done way more embarrassing things than not do my makeup perfectly. So then I go in with like a kind of like a packing brush. This is by Luxie 213 Eye Shading. And I typically go for Primrose. I think they were trying to say Primrose for that, but they spelled it Primrose. Or Myrtle. I'm going to go with Primrose. That's typically my go-to. I tap, tap, tap in there. And I just basically put it all over my lid. From the corner to the end. And I just think it has a nice, fiery, warm look. And I really like that. You know how they say, like, you know, in art class when you're in school, like, you know, they show you the color wheel, and I don't know, I was always intrigued by that. Like, you should use opposites, you know. So I use like gold colors on my eyes, and then I usually use purple on my lips. Either way, I try to do like opposites on the color wheel. And then haven't been washing these as I go along. These are like really due, but like lately I've just been so rushed. Been like trying to get everything ready with my new home, you know, trying to get everything put away, and that's difficult. This one's also a Luxie brush. I use this to go underneath my lash line to put some color in there. I usually just use cinnamon. So use cinnamon. And just go along underneath my lash line. And again, it just gives it some dimension. My husband is always saying that I have such big eyes, but I don't think so. Like, if anything, I feel like they're kind of small. So I feel like this makes them look more noticeable, bigger. I don't know. It's definitely more flattering, I think. So yeah, so I do that, and then I go through one last time with the blender brush, the fluffy blender brush, just back and forth again. I don't really move my wrist. I just move my fingers to do it nice and lightly. Oh, I forgot. Normally what I also do is I take this brush. It's by Urban Decay, 24/7 blending brush. And this is perfect for, you dip it in highlighter, and I highlight under my brow bone. So I'm going back into the Havana Nights, no, City Lights from the Wanderers palette, and I do that underneath my brow bone. Again, it makes your eyes stand out, really helps with the structure of your face. And then I blend out. So, done with the eyeshadow. Once I get it done with the eyeshadow, that's when I put on my my setting spray, because I used to put it on after I was done with everything, but then I realized it was making my mascara smear. So I put my setting spray on before I do that. So spray it on. This is by Cover Effects. Got some in my mouth. Illuminating setting spray. I got this in my November Boxycharm of 2017. So this is, I highly recommend this. That's how long it's been lasting. And it's a really good product. So got it all set. So then next thing I do is eyebrows. I've got this brow pencil in my January Boxycharm. It's called Billion Dollar, well, the company is called Billion Dollar Brows. And what shade do I have here? Universal Brown. Okay, so go under here. You have to be very careful with this one, I notice. You have to do it very lightly because it's so creamy. So that's my only complaint, is that it's like, I mean, it's a good product. It lasts all day, and it definitely makes your eyebrows stand out. But yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to give yourself Sharpie brows, you know, like super thick dense brows. I mean, I love thick brows, but I don't like when they're like, they look painted on. I see a lot of people doing that. Like, I guess it's a trend, but yeah, I'm not a fan. So the other side, gotta be careful. Again. Now, at first, like, if you make a mistake, you can kind of rub it away, but you have to be fast because this does set down and it does last throughout the day. It does do a good job of lasting, but you got to be quick before it dries. Oops. So yeah, like when I first got this, I thought it was just like amazing, but now I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe I've had better. What I really want to try is the Anastasia brow pomade. Oh my gosh, I've watched so many like brow transformation videos with that. Even though I've never tried it, like I recommend it to people because I've seen so, I mean, I can't even believe what people can do with that. Like there's people who don't have any hair at all and it'll make it look like the most perfect, realistic eyebrows you've ever seen in your life. It's so crazy. So then I go in with, oh, that's really on there hard, eyeliner. This is what I have right now, is the Wander Beauty eyeliner. It's a gel liner and it's in the color black. So I go in my water lines with this. I need to put it up a little more. And if you're wondering what nail polish I'm using right now, the nail polish I'm wearing is by Dimension Nails. It's a vegan company. The owner is such a doll. And she sent me some nail polishes to review. I have a video on here actually where I was reviewing them from months ago. But this one's called Raspberry Cordial. I'm doing a Valentine's Day look for my nails for this week. I'm doing a couple of different Valentine's Day looks on my Instagram. If you want to check out my Instagram, it is Esmeralda Glows. I can put the link for that down below too. And then I take this liquid liner for the tops of my, above my lashes. This is the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. I am trying to find a dupe though. So I don't want to support her company anymore. So if anybody knows of a good dupe, let me know. I can't believe this has lasted this long. I will say it's a really good product. I bought this last January, so I've had this for a year, which I think is longer than you're supposed to keep eyeliners. My next video I'm doing is actually a makeup declutter. Okay, so as you can see, I traced along there like that. Most days I do not do a wing, but I will say you can do a really good wing with this. But I do sometimes do like a little mini wing, or I think it's called a kitten wing, where I basically like stamp it there at the edge. Oh, this might actually be getting low finally. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because it's getting low and that might make it just a mess. Okay, so I'm going to do this on the other side. Wow, holy cow, it is actually getting low. I think I'm going to have to finally throw this out. I do have a liquid liner upstairs I can use by Butter London that I got in my September Boxycharm. Oh yeah, I'm back to Boxycharm. Okay, so I told you about 3 of the products. The last 2 products are, I think, oh, they are definitely variations. So one variation you get is a pharmacy facial cleanser called Clean Bee. I'm hoping for that one because I could use a cleanser. Or you get the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream. Wow, this really is running out. Sorry, I might have to go off camera here to get close enough to the mirror. Yeah, I think this is done. Hopefully it's not noticeable that I barely got any of this on. Yeah, that's officially done. That is done. Okay. The Clean Bee Pharmacy facial cleaner, or the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream, which I haven't heard good things about the Coco Cabana cream. I heard it smells like buttered popcorn. I'm not about that. Next thing I do is curl my lashes. So yeah, I'm hoping to get the Pharmacy Clean Bee variation. And then the last item is also a variation. You get either an eyeshadow crayon by Nude Sticks, or you get a lippy. It's called the Lip Glaze by Trestique, and I'm really hoping for the Trestique variation. I don't really care what color I get, but it looks like a really good product. It has like a lip balm in it, and then you like screw out. It has like different compartments for different like lip stuff. So I'll be really disappointed if I get the Nude Sticks eyeshadow crayon. Okay, this is it by It Cosmetics. It's the Superhero Mascara. I got this in my October Boxycharm, and I really love it. I highly recommend it. It's a really good mascara. So I do the thing where you do the top lashes first, like over the top of them. So like the wrong side of your lashes, you know. That's supposed to give you the best results. Let them dry for a second. I dip back in. I do my bottom lashes. It'd be easier to just do it in the camera right here. And yeah, I do the bottoms. Then I come up and go the right way on my lashes. So yeah, it gives me a lot more volume. I have the tiniest lashes and I don't know why. That's another thing I'm kind of self-conscious about. Looks kind of clumpy. I'm gonna have to like brush that out a little bit. So almost done here. And yeah, although I wear fake lashes a lot in my videos, I usually never wear fake eyelashes just in the day-to-day. That's only for like going out or something like that, and I never do that. So I just do that in my videos because it shows up better on camera, because I am pretty self-conscious about my lashes being so small. So yeah, so that's what I do. It takes about 20 minutes for me to do my makeup. And my hair, when I do my hair, when I like have it down and I do it, that takes me about 15 minutes. It takes me about 35 minutes to get ready, which some people would say, wow, that's a ridiculous amount of time. That is too long. Other people are like, wow, you can get ready really fast. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think about that. So the only thing left is putting on a lipstick. My go-to is this Ofra liquid lipstick, which I think is the best brand of liquid lipstick. I love the formula. And this is one of my favorite colors, Napa Valley. I bought this with Charms. So that's my baby. And if you're looking at me like, why is she put on liquid lipstick like that? Yeah, I'm not good at it. That's okay. Also, I have very lopsided lips, so that makes it really hard. Yeah. I think I need to just stop reading like comment sections on people's beauty posts, like not even like about me, but like I'll see like other people's beauty posts and people just be like, oh my god, she didn't paint her nails, oh my god, her lipstick is uneven or whatever. And it's just like, so people just like really pick people apart. And it makes me self-conscious, and I should just not care about that, because some people are going to make fun of you no matter what you do, so I shouldn't even worry about that. But yeah, so this is my go-to makeup. This is my favorite. This is what I do all the time, you know, and I'm not trying to do a specific look. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching my video. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.